Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am Montoya. The ongoing debate, fiery debate, over the whole PvE, PvP balance in Star Citizen is still raging on. And let's take a look today. I wanted to give this a couple of days, first of all, to see what ferments, what bubbles up the top on this topic here. And I think we've got some great comments I want to dive into with you. If you haven't been keeping up, basically what's happening now is item recovery T0 is in. And thanks to our good friends For Science SC, which posts amazing videos on X. This is what you see. For example, this individual was wearing his gold armor here, the executive armor. And as you can see, you cannot loot this because it's fixed to the account. I like it. I like wearing the gold armor without worrying about it being ripped off me when I die. I think this is a great move, but not everyone agrees. So what we're going to do today is take a look at Spectrum to see what the comments are. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back. I want to take a quick look at the top rated responses to this thread started by Shark CIG, and the top response comes from Fran. And Fran here makes some good points. I browsed over it before I started the video, and I agree with some of them, I disagree with others. Let's go through it together quickly and see what you think. And honestly, I think it's fairly balanced to make good points, but it really depends on your gameplay style, right? So first of all, grenade launchers, rail guns, and animuses used to be balanced by their rarity. So if you don't know what that is, you can't just go to a store and buy the grenade launcher. They are rare. There are loot boxes somewhere which might have them sometimes, so there aren't many out there. And if you die while you have one, then you lose it. Fair enough, but now when everyone can respawn with their grenade launchers, it causes more of a problem. Absolutely, that is correct. You force people to spawn kill others in medbeds because we can't clear spawns. You know, again, like I've mentioned many times in the past, that players will always find the path of least resistance to accomplish their goals. And if camp spawning, it is an issue. And CIG does need to address that at some point. So correct. You make CZs even more pointless because not only can components be duped, but now we don't have to resupply our FPS gear. So I'm one of the people that enjoy this. I don't want to resupply my gear every single time I die. I would like to respawn with my gear, my preferred gear, on me and get right back into the action as quickly as possible. I don't want to take 15 minutes to go back and rearm and get the things the way I want. I want everything the way it is right away. Now, I know we are not used to this in this game, but I say let them try. Let's try it out. Let's see how it goes. I, for one, want to get back into the action faster with my gear as I want it. You kill what little player market we have right now. There is no player market right now. There is no economy right now. What Star Citizen is planning for the player economy is years away. The game loops where you have to go get something and build something and then put on your Kraken to sell it somewhere is years out. What we have right now is nowhere close to the player market. You cannot kill what is already dead. You cannot kill what doesn't exist. So no, disagree. I'm not going to go through every single point here. I want to get to some of the responses. But as far as the compromises and suggestions from Fran, they are to have T0 in Stanton. I would agree, that's okay. Limit T0 to armor, but not guns. No, I want my gun. I want my gold sniper rifle with the size 2 suppressor and the 4x scope the way I want to use it. I don't want to have to remake it every single time I want to get back into the action. I disagree with this one. Have gun attachment locked? Absolutely not. I want my weapon the way it is. I don't want to keep customizing my weapons every single time, and I don't have to make 50 of the same weapon just so it's there for me. I understand there's realism, but there's also fun. You got to balance the two. So let's move on now to the top voted response, and it's coming to us from Buzzcut Psycho. And if that is not a name you know, then you probably haven't been around gaming for too long. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an individual that lives in infamy. If you don't know who he is, I'll leave it for you to go check it out, but I haven't actually heard much from Buzzcut Psycho over the years. He's one of the old school gamers who's been around, I want to say, for 20 plus years at this point, with a rather colorful background. But if someone does know PvP, it's going to be Buzzcut. I recall back in my PlanetSide 2 days, he was leading a group called the Enclave, who were very active and much respected, should I say. Buzzcut is an individual that will know what works and what does not work. So I'm interested in hearing his opinion here. Let's take a look at what he has to say about it. You imagine the scenario, he goes. You and your organization are aboard a fully crewed Polaris. Your infantry force has its regeneration points at the ship and is engaging combat on the ground. So I know where he's coming from because, I read this before I started the video, but also he's coming from the PlanetSide 2 background. And so I know where he's going with this right away. In PlanetSide 2, which I feel is one of the greatest PvP games of our time, you basically are fighting for territory and you have your respawn point at a certain point, and if you die you respawn there and you jump right back into the action immediately, and it's a big grind to basically fight the other side. If you're equally matched, it's a big grind, and the whole thing is basically, it's like a game of chess, which I thoroughly enjoyed. So I know the angle is coming from on this. Meanwhile, a dropship is shuttling between space and the battlefield, landing inside the Polaris, picking up and dropping off reinforcements. Those who die on the ground respawn in the Polaris, get loaded in dropship and sent back into the fight. Yes, getting back into the action as quickly as possible is something that I and many people in this community want. Now, it may not be perfect at T0, but they'll figure it out. I don't want to spend time finding my armor. Well, now we don't have to. I don't want to spend time finding the weapon, putting on a scope, putting on the suppressor. I want everything on me, ready to go. I don't like wasting time. That's immersion, that's fun, that's unique to Star Citizen, and no other game in the market can do that. Absolutely true. He goes on to say the only thing preventing the scenario from being regular and feasible reality for players is the current respawn and loot systems that T0 is addressing. Again, absolutely true. He goes on to address the economy, and as I said in my opening statements there, he says very eloquently also, is the economy in the room with us right now? Where this game is going with its economy is years away. We are not there. So people crying about the player economy, stop it. We're not there. We know we're close to it. So yes, correct. This is basically a very well thought out and well written piece. I'm surprised. Well, I go surprised. Actually, I'm a little surprised. I would have thought that Buzzcut would be more heavily favoring the PvP side, but his comments here are actually very well balanced, and coming from a active player in PlanetSide 2, he's taken a lot of the lessons learned from that game and saying this is what makes the game fun. And I agree with everything he said here 100%. Buzzcut goes on and he summarizes his thoughts in the final paragraph pretty well here. He says, Star Citizen has yet to test how it will handle a persistent combined arm experience. We haven't had the chance to identify potential balance issues or address degenerative gameplay. It's uncharted territory. Exactly right. That's why I said in my Twitter post, let them cook. Let's figure it out. If there's a massive imbalance because of grenade launchers, they will balance it. Give them a shot, let them do it. And to wrap it all up, he says, the persistent theaters of war is happening systematically in the PU would be a dream come true for players. It would be. And that would far outweigh the selfish desire to be able to loot someone's FS9. That's what I said in my post. And I said, I don't care about your weapon or what you have if I have the ones I want. Now, if you do have something I want, yeah, we'll figure it out. But for now, Buzzcut is absolutely correct in what I guess this is one rare occasion where I would say I absolutely agree with everything Buzzcut has to say in this post. So good to see you in action here, Buzzcut. Nice to, I guess, read your very insightful comments over here. And I think we'll pretty much wrap it up here. We'll let this discussion rage on. But honestly, between these two posters here, Fran did a wonderful job raising these questions here, and I think Buzzcut did an amazing response, summing it all up from someone who's been playing for years and very heavy on the PvP side also. With that, guys, let's wrap it up. I'll drop these links below so you can read it for yourself. But if you have any more thoughts on this very divisive topic, comments below, always appreciated. Subscribe, like if you like my video. I'll catch you in the next one.